Hi guys, live from One Earth Festival 2018. We have the lovely founders and co-founders of Nutriva brand. So please tell us a little bit about your brand.
So Nutriva is a plant-based milk company, and we have now renamed it to products.They, which is natural as well as plant-based 100%. And my name is Sunny, she is Khushbu, and he is Sandeep. We are three co-founders of the company, and yeah.
Lovely. So what was the motivation to start this brand? Like what sort of prompted you to get into this business?
So all of us have our own reasons to be together as a team. I used to work for animals, so my forte is sustainability of dairy animals, and during my work as an animal activist, I got to know, I researched firsthand and documented the condition of dairy cows and buffaloes and how they're kept in India, not just in urban areas or peri-urban areas, but also in the villages. So when I saw that a cow has to go through so much just to produce milk for us, which is not even necessary for humans. So I could not contribute to the problem myself, so I became vegan. Then I got to know the health benefits. Plus, I realized that there is no commercial availability of vegan products. So if you want people to shift from the consumption of animal products to plant products, if it is not available conveniently, even if they want with best of intentions, it was not practical for them. Hence, products.They was Nutriva, and now products.They was started. And we have a dream to make this world, to contribute in making this world vegan by 2026. And this is just a start.
Oh, that's fantastic, superb. Can you tell us a little bit about your products?
Yeah, so we have launched almond buttermilk, then we have peanut buttermilk, and then we have protein cookies with us. We have also launched barista almond milk. So these 4 products we have already launched, and there are multiple products which are upcoming in the next 2 to 3 months.
Lovely. And would you say your target audience is like adults and kids both? Like how are you positioning your products?
So we are still learning from the Indian market that how we should position, and we keep on learning, and we constantly change and upgrade our strategies. Recently what we are working on is awareness and subscription model, and so basically we want to aware the people that what are the drawbacks of dairy in, let's say, in terms of our kids almond milk. So we work with schools, we teach the parents that these are the drawbacks of dairy, and then instead of giving all that Pediasure or Bonvita, which has cow's milk powder in it, why don't you give plant-based? And so we have another products for adults, which is, for example, the Nutriva buttermilk. That strategy is again going towards the cholesterol-free and health nature. Yeah.
Fantastic. What would be your message to mothers who want to, like, say, wean their kids off of, like, say, cow's milk and move them to a more like plant-based diet? And since, as you're aware, like, our nation is pretty obsessed with dairy, and you may face a lot of resistance even from family members. Like if you try to say that, hey, I don't want to give milk to my kid, they'll be like, oh my God, what kind of mother are you? So, I mean, that's like the #1 resistance, because milk is just so it's such a big part of our religious practices, and it's considered this holy food. And now so much more information has come to light about adulteration of milk, and obviously like the unethical practices and the suffering of the cows. So what would be your advice to mothers?
I would say, see, a mother would always want to do the best for their child, right? Any parent would want. And they only give milk to children because they are trained to think traditionally, and also the marketing initiatives where they say, pure glass bhar doodh and Sunday ho ya Monday rose khao one day. So we have been trained to think about that. I would just say that as a new mother, she learns each and everything about how to raise a life. They must just seek out knowledge, and they must empower themselves, and look at the conditions around, the statistics which says that 68% milk in India, which is in the market, is adulterated. I mean, something we are considering as a nourishing food which nourishes our body, and yeah, it's actually poisoning us. So the only advice we could give to mothers is go seek out knowledge, read yourself, and then decide whether you want to do a plant-based nourishment to your child, or you want to still go with those foods that are no longer the way they used to be.
And internationally, we've seen like so many brands doing so much in the dairy alternative space. It's so hyper competitive. You have like creamers, and then you have so many options of like the nut milk, seed milk, grain milk, and where do you see like the Indian non-dairy, the alternative space in like the next 5 years?
So today, if you see the US market, 25% of the entire dairy market is plant-based. There was a recent survey that 50% of all US citizens have plant-based milk in their home.
Wow.
So some of them may be consuming like some of the products they might like with dairy milk, and some of the products they like with plant-based milk. So they have both. So it is not completely on one side of veganism, but it looks like people are have started experimenting it,
Right.
and they might like it in smoothies and so on. So what we believe is in next 5 years, we will have the similar trend of at least 25% will be plant-based. Now it is all about how fast we want to get that done. We can actually, our mission is by 2026 we want to get 70% of milk to be plant-based.
Oh, more power to you.
So now again, that requires a lot of solid fuel. It's like taking the rocket from Earth to the space, right? It needs a lot of fund to actually do mass advertisements
And disrupt a market like dairy.
and disrupt the market like that. It's really about telling the truth.
Absolutely.
And once people know the truth, I mean, most of them are going to change.
Right.
So it's all about and I love your new crypto fund which you are coming up with, and I think these kind of initiatives are going to help a lot to provide the fuel to these startups, because that's what is missing.
Right.
So we have the products, now it is about creating the
Yeah, the
awareness and the
support
mass
system and the
Exactly. Yeah.
So sustainability, being ethical and fair towards all living beings, and human health, plant-based is definitely the future. Wonderful talking to you guys. Thank you for your time, and all the best for
you.
everything going forward. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.